Reverse the verse. This is the Reverse the Verse theme song. Can we get a synchronized head sway? Can we? Oh, right.
Oh no!
Okay. On three we go left. Ready? 1, 2, 3. God damn it!
If you don't look at yourself, then you can do it.
Hello everybody, welcome to Reverse the Verse. It's Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific here in sunny, beautiful Santa Monica. For those of you who have never tuned in, Reverse the Verse is our mostly weekly live stream with the community team here at Cloud Imperium Games. You see our Director of Community Engagement and Online Strategy and Ship Design.
Master of Ships.
Master of Ships, Benjamin Lesnick.
Hello.
Yay!
This is Alyssa De Hotel, our marketing
Producer.
Marketing friend. Behind me is Alexis Lesnick, our subscriptions manager.
No relation.
No relation, just an amazing coincidence. That's Mr. Thomas Hennessy. Mr. Thomas Hennessy is our cinematographer, director of photography. All the video content you see that comes out of this office is usually through the eyes of this man right here. How you doing? Woo.
I just stopped by saying hi. So they don't try to.
And I'm Jared Discolando Huckabee, your community manager.
Your other community manager, Mr. James Pugh, is not here today.
Because he's at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yay!
Yay.
Because he's worked here long enough to accrue PTO. And I haven't. All right. So,
how you guys doing out there? What's going on in the community verse? Backerverse?
what's going on in the community verse?
Carrots.
Peas and carrots.
Ben and I are not
Apples and
married.
carrots. But we do live together.
But we do live together.
Bunk beds.
No. Yes, Ben Lesnick probably does have the longest title in the company. Or multiple titles.
No, I feel like Chris Roberts must have
That's
a longer
true.
title.
I mean, you can shorten Chris Roberts' title to just God of Everything.
He's all things to all men.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Sorry.
Sandy?
And
Sandy!
where'd you go? There you go. And that's our VP. There we go. That one. And that's our VP of Marketing, Sandy Gardner. Hi, Sandy.
Hi.
Hi. You want to?
Oh, nice.
Oh, somebody dropped the baby carrots.
Carrots are hitting the desk.
Who was eating
happening?
baby carrots?
What did I miss?
Just the introductions.
Just the introductions.
Huh.
Here, I'll go this way. You can be in the middle. There you go. Hi, everybody.
Make sure I don't look like I'm wearing
All right.
pants or something.
Well, our first question off the bat is from Harlot. He's asking if we can comment on the redesign of the 300 series.
We can't because we have not kicked it off yet. It's one of the next group of ships we're going to redesign. We say redesign, but that does not mean it's going to change its shape massively. We're rebuilding the interiors to match the current game tech. We're adapting the stats and everything to make them kind of match the original descriptions. And the biggest part of a redesign like this is damage states, the decay system, UV states for skins, all sorts of stuff that's not as outright sexy, but incredibly important to make it look like our current ships.
Probably a materials pass.
Materials pass for sure. Because it was one of the earliest ships we got into the build way back when. So the 300i is in dire need of such a review.
Several people are asking, when does Chris Roberts come back? Imminently. He comes back this weekend.
I bet we'll be
This
back
week.
tomorrow.
And he'll be at the San Diego Comic-Con panel on Sunday. So if you're there at Comic-Con, our panel goes on at 4 o'clock.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then he'll be back in the office on Monday.
And all of us will be meandering about on Sunday as well. If you want to try and find us, maybe you can play Star Citizen Community Team Bingo.
If you see us there, feel free to flag us down. We're there to chat with you guys, and we like nothing more than talking Star Citizen.
What is up with Sandy's
I
fingers?
know, I just saw that. It's
she-
probably my rings that I'm playing with.
You want to show them? Look at that.
I love that ring so much.
She got that by murdering a robot.
Yeah.
I tried to get to San Diego last night for Comic Con for the IGN event, and that just did not work.
Yeah.
I-
You're so mad. I feel so bad for you.
It's awful.
So, let's some questions from the community.
Any info on the Crucible?
No, the Crucible is one of the ships undergoing a basically the concept design right now. It's being built by Ryan Church, who you probably remember from the Bengal, the Aurora, a couple of our other, the Constellation, of course, some of our big signature ships. He's a top talent Hollywood artist, and we were very lucky to have him come and do ships on contract for us. He's doing the Crucible. It's probably not going to be the next ship you see, but it's not too far away.
Somebody's asking if the San Diego Comic-Con panel will be live streamed. It will not.
No, it's we don't get to live stream their stuff. They don't do panels live streamed. We will. I'm sure there'll be folks in the audience who live tweet it and that sort of thing. It's not going to be a big presentation or no live demo or anything like that. It's just more of a Q&A. Get a chance to meet the team. Sort of like this.
Who's going to be on the panel, guys?
Mr. Chris Roberts, Dave Haddock, Sandy Gardner, me, and I believe is David Swafford there? Or?
No.
No, okay.
No, I think Jared, you're doing the Q&A.
There we go.
He just nominated you, if not.
Yeah, that was me getting the job right there. So, any Banu Merchantman info?
No Banu Merchantman info. No progress on it. It's blocked into our long-term schedule. It's not a ship we wouldn't even be able to release right now. So, waiting on resources to build it.
Do not hold your breath. It will come, and it will be glorious and gorgeous and amazing. It's a marathon,
It's
not
a
a
very
sprint.
handsome ship.
It is a very handsome ship. What else do we got? Is the Herald faster than the M50 in a straight line?
The Herald is just getting his tech set up now, so we don't know yet. My guess is the M50 is faster in a straight line.
I don't know.
I don't know. I would have to ask us in a week or two.
Request.
So, if you check out Sandy's Facebook yesterday, there's a pretty good shot of
Picture
the
of the
Herald.
Herald?
Yeah, in development, so you can see it's true.
I saw somebody captured a picture of a flea and also calling it an ugly duckling.
One of our most common requests, people want more TNGS.
Yes, well, possibly into the start of next year. We learned quite a few things from that first season that we did it, and I did a ton of work coordinating all the people. So, but it's actually been really good. I mean, we have, who have we got? We've got Elwin, we've got Gage, we've got Daniel.
Yeah.
We've got, I saw the guy from the Redeemer in the UK. What's his name? Paul.
I can't remember his
yeah.
last name.
Yeah.
This is one of the
So-
problems with the company getting really big is you no longer know everyone.
Yeah. 260 employees for Cloud Imperium and nearly 200 contractors. So
Yeah, it was funny. I walked past him at Foundry 42 in the mess hall, and I was like, "Hey, wait, I know you!" And then I was like, "Next grade starship." So I didn't realize that they'd hired him. So it's cool.
yeah. Merlin as a racing ship.
I think it's going to be a very effective racing ship, and you all are all going to have the chance to test that out for yourself in the not too distant future.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, let's give an update on the 115 build. It's not this week. We're hoping to go to PTU next week. It's never a guarantee. You know, we may get some sort of crazy blocker we never expected, but follow the news next week. And the hope is certainly to start letting you play with some stuff again.
Famba says, I look not amused because there's too much information going out. That's not true. That's just my face.
She has resting, not amused face.
Exactly. If you think I'm
Better than
judging
resting
you,
bitch face.
you're probably right.
Info on the card to all and stuff. They're all ships in the pipeline. We're hoping to have an update on the pipeline.
Actually, Sandy and I had a very early morning call with
We
Aaron.
did. So the John Scout is on the sooner list.
That was one of the ones we were like, we need this sooner. So we'll let you know. Some work of the tech setup has been done. I think the resource got moved to something else, possibly the Herald, but it's coming.
Now, did that meeting happen because Squadron 42 is wrapping up?
The Squadron 42 is not wrapping up in that sense. There's still plenty of work to do. The squadron, the mocap shoot, PCAP shoot is done, and now we have to put everything together. But it happened because Aaron is our new head of global production, and he's going to make things happen for Sandy and I in terms of ships.
That guy is cool.
Yeah, keep your eye on Around the Verse. You're going to see a lot more production pipeline information coming real soon.
I will be doing interviews with the devs in the UK right before Gamescom. So I will be wearing the same shirt, only because I'm interviewing them all in a row. It's the most efficient way to do it.
Are you going to bring your red dress?
I shouldn't I?
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody on this thread remembers that red dress scenario.
Yeah, you guys don't remember back in the very, very early days, Sandy came to Austin with the team and did all the interviews in like 2 days, and so she has the same red dress in all of them.
People were going to crowdfund some clothing for me.
And look, she got some!
I know, right? I got some. I'm wearing Carl.
With the Merlin being almost hangar ready, any news on the Archimedes?
That will be one of our next things to tackle, because the Archimedes will derive from the Merlin. It's not going to be day and date. We want to spend a little bit of time making sure it's distinct, rather than just, hey, here's a purple Merlin.
Purple Merlin.
Purple Merlin confirmed.
Purple Merlin. I was going to say, I couldn't get it out once.
I might have to go next door to an interview.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know if there's any quick question for me.
Any question for Sandy? Sandy.
We will try to get her back later in the hour.
Any update on the HOTAS?
I am hoping that we can make a big reveal at Gamescom. So we're yes.
Hoping.
We are pushing to have our announcement there, and I'm also pushing for a prototype. No promises just yet.
The HOTAS is a tough one because it's not just us. We have a partner that we have to work with too.
Yeah, and there's all sorts of paperwork.
Yeah. If we were making it ourselves, we'd show it to you right now.
Any more news on the year-end event in Austin?
Year-end event in Austin. Now, I'm actually focused on Gamescom and CitizenCon right now. But as soon as Gamescom's done, then Austin will be on my list.
Yeah, we typically we do an end-of-year live stream. Like the first year it was from Austin, the second year it was from here in LA, and maybe Austin again this time. We'll let you guys know. I like those end-of-the-year ones, though. It feels very satisfying.
It's a nice wrap-up. It's nice, look back at everything.
Last question, quick.
Last question. Sandy, is your voice going to be in the game?
I think my likeness is, although on the mocap monitor I was completely bald and really buff. So
I can't wait to see
so I'm not sure what that says. Either we haven't worked out how to do really good hair for women, or
I'm not sure we worked out how to do hair at all.
Yeah.
In fact, I think Tony Z was saying in an email this morning. He's waiting on hair tech. So.
Although a couple of our amazing actors, who I can't name, unfortunately, thought I looked really good bald and buff. So hey.
I can see that.
So there you go.
That's
it.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Huh?
Looking for anything for Sandy before she has to go.
Yeah.
There's one in our SI chat.
That looks all like ship stuff.
Sandy.
Ben's the expert on ships.
Somebody asking about an RSI branded trackball.
Trackball?
Trackball.
Good question. We'll see what Chris gets up and presents at Gamescom. So.
Okay.
Good.
So, you guys have any concerns? I'm good at concerns this week.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you.
See you in a bit.
As she goes back to doing real work.
Sandy's interviewing a new Office manager.
I think Alexis is trying to like
Facility.
What's that?
Facilities manager?
Oh, scoot forward now.
Good.
There you go.
There you go.
Now you're getting maximum Ben.
Look at all this hair. Look at all the hair and beard here.
I am mostly an adult, but I do not know how to haircut.
I don't know how to adults.
Out of the last 2 years, the only haircuts I've gotten have been when I go home for Christmas.
Okay.
That's true. My wife gives me haircuts sometimes.
Are we planning on releasing Squadron 42 with the final flight model, final G-force simulation, and final controls implemented?
Ah, yes, this is a loaded question because it is folks looking to be part of the long Twilight controller balance nightmare thread. The answer is...
It's like 1,100 pages.
It will be significantly final, but final for the single-player campaign. Controller balance, in the sense that everybody's thinking about, doesn't matter when there's not another player. In fact, it's you can play however, it will probably not be the final persistent universe controller model, but it will be a controller model that allows people with joysticks, people with mice, people with whatever to play the Squadron 42 campaign.
He's added a light.
I know, it's so
We've
bright.
added lights.
It's really just showing how pasty we are.
No kidding.
Somebody, Alexis was saying, somebody keeps asking if I'm a vegetarian. No. Actually, there's like a really short list of foods that I won't eat, and usually it's
Vegetables.
mostly just, no, I love vegetables, but steak is like the best.
Who will follow up in Chelsea's position?
Well, we're happy to say that Patrick in the UK has taken over as head of CS manager. That's the title. We're still looking to figure out exactly who kind of specifically takes over concierge. So that's in progress. But Patrick will be keeping them in line and hopefully to Chelsea's standards with just how CS treats people.
And all of the CS people in the UK are very concerned with keeping the Chelsea legacy alive. So
Yeah,
you will be in good hands.
they loved her as much as we did. We still do. She's not dead. In fact, we saw her yesterday.
Yeah, she was here.
Yes.
Yeah, she and Travis came by yesterday.
Yeah, they came and picked up their giant Lego X-Wing.
Mm-hmm.
God, that thing is a beast. Sad though, because now there's nothing in
Yeah,
that
I
corner.
think Adam was bummed that it was leaving.
Back-end netcode issues don't affect Squadron 42 because Squadron 42 can be played completely offline.
There will be some co-op stuff in Squadron 42, specifically co-op missions, but that's not a big, two players is not a big deal. I would expect, pray that netcode will be well resolved by the time Squadron 42 hits, but we can work around it if somehow it's not. Getting FPS itself done is important to Squadron 42 because it's part of the Squadron 42 experience. So all the animation stuff you're tracking is important to S42. You'll have an update on all that a little bit later today. I haven't seen it yet. Jason Hutchins, he's a super producer in Austin, and he's basically rallying the troops in Denver right now, and he's giving us he's doing the weekly updates. We are eagerly awaiting his for today, and we'll get it out to you as soon as we can.
Will the Merlin be sold separately?
Yes, Merlin will be sold separately. So how it's going to work, everybody who has Constellation Aquila, Constellation Andromeda, and Constellation Phoenix will get either their permanent Merlin or a loaner Merlin in the case of the Phoenix, which gets the Archimedes later. We're also going to give loaner Merlins to the 890 Jump, which has the 85X, the Carrick owners, which will eventually get the Scout, and the Itters owners, who get the little launch thing for the Itters. So all those people already have a Merlin and be able to play immediately. For anybody else who wants to, race, dogfight, etc. with it, we'll sell them for a low price point. It'll be the cheapest ship. More expensive than a buggy, less expensive than an Aurora would be my strong guess.
What are the primary differences between the Merlin and the Archimedes?
The Merlin is built. The Archimedes is not.
One of them's done. I know the Archimedes is going to be an offshoot of the Merlin, but we want it to be kind of more than the glaive, if that makes sense. We want it to have a distinct silhouette, look fancier. It's more luxury oriented. it's the next rung up for snub fighters, basically. By the way, I do not feel bad stealing the term snub fighters from Star Wars at all.
No.
Manuel asks, wait, what is the Archimedes?
The Archimedes is the little fighter that comes with the fancy luxury constellation, the Constellation Phoenix, one with the one everyone hates, with the hot tub and so on.
It's also the owl in Sword in the Stone.
Yes, he the other day was like, oh, I figured out why you called it the Archimedes. And
Merlin and the Archimedes.
Wow, really, guys?
Merlin and the
Nope,
Archimedes?
unrelated.
No.
No.
That's first of all, that has to be
Yep.
intentional.
It wasn't intentional.
It was not intentional.
It was not intentional.
Oh my lord.
So, and I remember this process very clearly. We had the Merlin was, and we were like, oh, we need to name the other one. And I was like, oh, well, let's just do another fictional wizard. And I even stacked the deck by including Chris Roberts loves Michael Moorcock, and I took the wizard from that and put it on the list. And I was like, oh, he's gonna pick this one. Nope, he didn't like any of them, and it's just got to be Archimedes instead.
Yeah. You know, I had a real light bulb moment the other day. I'm like, I got it! It's Merlin and Archimedes is his owl. And Ben was like, what? I'm like, this wasn't on purpose? He was, no.
Yeah.
So, I was sad.
By the way, does anyone actually own owls? Like, it's such a staple of fantasy that, oh, I have an owl.
Yeah, people have pet owls. Usually, most of the things that I've seen from are in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
People have owls, but after Harry Potter came out, there was an explosion in getting pet owls. Normally barn owls,
And then they grow up and people
and then
flush
they grow
them
up
and
to be flesh-eating monsters.
Calyx
Terrifying claws.
is aping a Terminator here. I know now why you call it the Archimedes, but it's something I could never do.
You guys either need to move back or separate because you're totally blocking Alexis. You jerks.
Well, screw it.
I'm good.
My face is halfway out of the picture, so I'm doing what I can.
I'm like a weird head on Ben's shoulder right now.
True.
Just like real life. Okay, will the Merlin have a quantum drive?
No, the Merlin actually, yeah, I guess we will have a quantum drive, but not a jump drive. Yeah. We actually saw some of the they're playing around with the effects stuff for quantum drive, and we're getting it as it comes in. Have not nailed down the look yet, but that's one thing they're working on in Austin right now.
Will the Merlin have LTI when it's sold separately?
No LTI for the Merlin separately. Only the Merlins that came with the original constellations and all that.
How about space pets?
Space pets were a stretch goal. I think they've done some 2D concept work on them at behavior, but they're not a priority right now. But they will be happening.
I want a singing, talking version of the Xi'an space plant, like Audrey too.
That's not going to happen.
I would like a me.
Yes, whenever somebody here wants an idea to get done, they come to me for a second idea that they can put their idea next to, so that people can say no to my idea and yes to theirs.
That is true.
Any news on the Vanguard?
Yes, your friend of mine, Mr. Germach, is upstairs right now working on finishing off the interiors for the Vanguard, and then he'll be, in fact, he may have already finished off the interiors. I don't know exactly
really
the
close,
schedule.
very close.
Very close. It's like hours. And then he'll be moving on to the variants, which I think there are 2, right?
Yes.
2, okay.
Hey!
There are 2 variants of the Vanguard. As soon as he finishes up the interiors on the primary, he'll start working on the variants.
And look who it is!
Be in the center.
Yeah.
Now we are a pyramid of awesome.
Yeah. His interiors are pretty much done for the most part. Now he's looking at other Aegis ships like the Retaliator and making sure there's a uniform style. It's like that. Like yesterday, he was pulling the cockpit seat out of the Retaliator and looking at it to change the Vanguard seat so that it looked like it was from the same manufacturer and stuff. So
I've seen concern threads specifically about that cockpit seat, though. So
oh yeah, no, it's not the same. No, it's not the same. It's Matt Sherman.
How you doing, Matt Sherman?
Doing good. Happy about the component stuff we got to start sneak peeking with shipshape yesterday. So that's been a huge undertaking. Still a lot of work left to go on it, but it's definitely going to set us up into a really good position going forward.
Yeah, I've been looking at the projected schedules for that stuff. It's looking really good.
Yeah.
I know we've
plans for everything, so
we've said it before, and the components are coming, and now they really are coming.
The next hangar-ready ships expected in 115 are the Scythe and the Merlin.
Yes.
And the Merlin is really awesome. Did a lot of great work on that. Like Ellen and Daniel just knocked out of the park with the modeling and the materials on it. So.
And my understanding is it's the first what we're thinking of as like a complete ship. It has all the subsystems and swappable components and everything that will be needed for the finished game. It's we've actually been kind of using it as a prototype. So we've learned a lot from the Merlin, and now so will you.
Can you speak German? I understand nothing.
Ja.
Der Schmetterling.
Ich weiß es, was soll das bedeuten. Die schönste Jungfrau sitzt dort oben wunderbar.
Asphalt.
See, I only know one word. Schadenfreude. That's about it.
I just want to say I'm really excited to see the transcript from INN today because it's just going to be all bolds. There's going to be like 3 sentences of non-bolds.
Oh, let's say some frustrating stuff about our personal lives instead of answering questions.
I dyed my hair pink. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Guess where Jared and I are going tomorrow morning?
Gosh.
Pancakes?
The Hallmark store.
Yes, tomorrow will be the
Why?
saddest day of the year for Ben and Lando.
Why?
It's the day that the new Hallmark ornaments come out for this year, and there's a limited edition Admiral Akbar one. I always buy the Star Trek ones. We have an entirely Star Trek Christmas tree.
You know it's a trap.
It's fantastic. But
there won't be any there. It'll be like, oh, we lured you into the Hallmark store. Ha ha.
Yes.
Nice and
The
greedy.
Hallmark
Yes.
store.
Yes.
it'll be
in
fully
Carolina.
functional.
Yeah, if you wanted the most meta example of our relationship, his favorite character in Star Wars is Admiral Akbar, and mine was Lando Calrissian, and it pretty much lines up with our job duties and responsibilities here as well.
My Christmas tree is usually part black metal and part Lovecraftian.
The same thing, just different narrative.
No, black metal is completely different from Lovecraft.
Wait, so Metalocalypse never raised a Cthulhu type thing in their ship?
No, they raised a troll.
I'm sure they've raised more than just the troll.
The name is scrolled up, so I can't see the name. Yes, whoever sent me the Starliners in Flight lyrics that I requested on my Twitter, I did get them. I did read them, and I wept.
Remember when we started singing that the other day?
Starliners in flight. All right, wasn't Lando's job to backstab a friend? Huh? No. There's a common misconception. Lando didn't backstab Han. Lando was responsible for the safety and security of an entire city, and he protected all those people in the city from the Empire.
He's the Rudy Giuliani of Star Wars.
Lando made the hard choice.
And he did try to protect Han.
And his friends.
Deal. Yeah.
And the friends that came with. And the minute Vader wasn't going to, keep up his end of the deal, he turned on Vader, saved everybody in the city, and left so quickly he had to borrow Han's clothes. He didn't even get to pack a bag. Lando's a hero.
All right, let's take some more Star Citizen questions. Enough about our ridiculous lives.
The new CCU system is very close. I've seen the working mock-up. It's very cool. You take the ship that you have on the left. It's just a pull down. You pull down. This is the ship I have on the left, and there's a pull down on the right. This is the ship I want to make it. It factors out the money, says this is what you need to do to make that happen. You click go. It's very easy, and it's every ship to every ship, as long as it's a step up money-wise. You can't CCU backwards as far as money value. But it's coming. It's functioning. They're just making sure it has to work, because it creates a huge nightmare if it doesn't work. So lots of testing involved. That's all. Is there a concept sale for the Corvette coming this fall?
Probably not this fall. I would say that no concept work has been done on the Corvette. In fact, it's named Untitled Corvette on the ship progress chart we were putting together yesterday.
Untitled Corvette is coming along nicely.
Yeah, the priority is the stuff we've already sold, really. So, we will get to the Corvette. Chris has promised it, but it's not the main ship to finish right now.
Is the Merlin's centerline Gatling fixed as the only weapon choice for that slot?
Yes.
Yes.
All 3 weapons on the Merlin are fixed, so when you guys get your hands on it, you'll have 2 size 1s one on each wing, and then there'll be a custom size 2 centerline Gatling built specifically for the Merlin, and it'll also carry over onto the Archimedes when that gets built out and released.
This one's come up a couple times. Why is the Starfarer so complex?
Because it's awesome.
Starfarer?
Starfarer, yeah. Many of our ships are complex.
Yeah,
They're all very complex.
You know, the word of the day around here is fidelity.
Yeah.
The word of the eon.
Yeah.
Everything is complex in this game.
Although I would say that the Starfarer is not particularly more complex than other ships. It's likely going to be one of the first big non-combat ships that you see in your hangar. Can't give a date or anything, but they've actually done an extensive amount of work on it for Squadron 42. So it will be one of the first large ships you see.
Will we see the reworked Constellation before 2.0? No, you would likely to see the reworked Constellation in 2.0.
Yeah, it'll come with 2.0. No reason to finish it before then.
We can use our outside voices.
Will the mining spider bot ever be sold?
I don't know about sold, but it will be available in the game. In fact, we were talking about in Arena Commander mode that we could stick it in. We don't know for sure if we'll do that, but it's going to be a resource for all the crazy stuff we do.
2.0 is not beta. It's Arena Commander 2.0.
Oh yeah, Arena Commander 2.0. It's still alpha.
Yeah.
Beta is much further along the process once everything is in, and it's more of a balancing. So.
Yeah. It's like when the various modules are all out and combined and smushed together, then we move on to the beta.
Yeah, and around then is when the controller balancing argument may finally end. I don't want to ignore the controller balance stuff. I know it's a big issue on the forums, but the stuff we've said already is still true.
Will the cot be usable at some point in the future?
Likely, yes.
Calyx, why don't you just come downstairs, man?
It is too much fun.
What games are you guys playing at the moment? I'm still trying to get through Grand Theft Auto 5.
We are. You're not on camera.
I Thursday.
I'm
good.
I've been playing Lego Jurassic
good.
Park,
I'm good.
which is a good way to just mindlessly waste 15 minutes getting through another part of a level. Allie here has been playing a lot of GTA 5, and she has spent a lot of time trying to break into Fort Zancudo and steal military helicopters. It hasn't gone great so far, but
what are you doing in the game?
What do you mean?
I thought you were talking about you in real life.
I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone recently, and I'm probably going to start playing Magic here pretty soon. Again.
Like actual Magic?
Yeah. Like
Cool.
Magic the Gathering.
Like physical cards or
Like physical cards.
Oh, wow.
I'll play with you.
A
Office
friend
Magic.
of mine is really into the tournaments, and he was describing everything, and I was like, that sounds really just like Hearthstone, and I feel like if I can get something that's more complicated, like Magic, I would probably be a better Hearthstone player. Also, it gets me out of the house and interacting with real human beings that are not my coworkers because we're here mandatorily.
Because then you'll just start watching Magic the Gathering streams. I've wasted too many weekends watching Star City game tournaments on Twitch.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I love Tavern Brawl on Hearthstone. I think it's so amazing.
When do you expect the Terrapin to go on sale?
I do not expect the Terrapin to go on
I was
sale.
going to say, I don't think that's...
I have haven't even seen that.
It was one
Somebody
of
had a
the
question for
options
Alyssa.
for a voted ship, but it didn't make
Yeah,
it.
it didn't-
Yeah,
didn't
that would
win.
never, it did not win.
Can you scroll back up and check there's a question for me? And
He's got the
nobody
mouse.
asked me anything.
Over here.
I can't actually see the screen.
Okay.
so you do that.
Okay.
The answer is no. We can't scroll back up to see the question.
Okay, never mind. Forget it. You lose. Type it again.
Disabled scroll wheel.
See, look at how bad we are with mice.
Was
I know I'm-
that a controller balance?
It was a controller balance joke, and I know I'm gonna get all sorts of people who are like, "You're not taking it seriously." No, I'm just a
Hey.
goofy weirdo. I'm not. I take you gigs very, very seriously.
Super
It's
powerful.
Randy Vasquez,
Yay!
Yay!
technical
Hey,
designer
guys.
in charge of the Genesis
What's
Starliner.
up, bro? Hey, buddy.
How you doing, Randy?
Doing good yourself.
I'm doing well.
How's
This-
the community today?
Community is great.
Yeah, have happy days.
We sold a fair amount of our Starliners.
A crazy amount. It was like 1,700 or something at the end.
1750, and that was with 3 days left. So we haven't checked since then.
Wow.
So
You want me to look right now?
yeah,
sure.
I know.
No. Excuse me, sir. Here, you know what? Have a look here.
It's gonna be like 7 when she checks.
it's gonna be 1757.
They were all melted in anticipation of buying like hundreds of Merlins instead.
Will people that are getting the loaner Merlins have them in their hangars, or will they just be available in arena?
Very good question. They will not show up in your hangar. It's a technical issue. We would like them to show up in the hangar, but they aren't going to in this patch. So they would just be available in arena commander.
Oh, the Starliner wasn't close to the most expensive ship in the verse.
We
No, I
have-
think the
we have
Javelin.
sold 1,842 Starliners.
42. 42. Nice. We should try to get all of our sales to end with a 42.
Yes, I concur. Well, let's see. Fresh?
Will the Vanguard be in Squadron 42?
The Vanguard is not in Squadron 42 Chapter 1. Actually, it's not scripted to be. If it becomes available as they're polishing up the last missions, I'm sure they could be persuaded to include it, but it's not a Squadron 42 ship in the way that the Lightning or the Hornet or the Vanduul Scythe are.
The Merlin will absolutely be raceable.
Yes.
Yep.
Try and stop it.
And we actually requested footage from QA of it racing.
Yep.
Hopefully you'll see that soon.
Ouch.
Yeah, actually talking with them, got some really good feedback on it where they were putting it head to head up against an N50, and even in their feedback, they're like, we were initially worried it was just going to either trump or fall flat against an N50, but they're both competitive in different aspects, so it's going to be really great to see everyone get them in game and flying around the tracks.
Ben, how does the Endeavor look?
Cool. The look is not done yet, but it's coming along very well. It's actually being done in-house right now. We had some look dev done elsewhere, but the folks upstairs are putting it together. It's clearly a research ship. I think I've said on the forums, I grew up idolizing 2001: A Space Odyssey. I would draw the Discovery just on every surface when I was a kid, or through multiple VHS tapes. So to have a ship kind of in that same line is
Yeah,
makes me happy.
I think it's safe to say that the Endeavor, from what I've seen, it's like hardcore sci-fi. It's a very old school sci-fi look to it, longer and stuff. It's very cool.
It's the sort of thing that would definitely be the set piece for like a movie about an alien taking over a research ship. Or,
Has Min
Virus,
Diesel spoken?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
yes.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
should be our reference point for all things.
Yes.
Will there ever be a Grey Cat racing minigame?
Possibly. We had one built at one point, and then we were gonna like send it out to everybody, and we were like, wait a minute, well, we don't want the only two things in Star Citizen to be buggy racing and you walk around the outside of your ship.
Yeah.
So that was back in the hangar only days. But it's definitely something we could do again.
So, because I've seen it pop up a few times in the Twitch chat, a few people asking if the recent components I've been talking about are again make it to 1.15. The big component changes are not for 1.15. We don't have a projected release for it right now. It's a giant sweeping set of changes and updates to pretty much how we have everything set up. So it's definitely in the works, but it won't be for the next PT or the next patch.
Why isn't the Gray Cat a hover car?
That's cool.
Because we didn't make it that way.
Speaking of things,
Speaking of things,
did you watch that movie?
Mr. Stitch?
Yeah.
We discovered a 1995 TV movie written and directed by Roger Avery, who was a co-writer on Pulp Fiction, called Mr. Stitch, starring Rutger Hauer and Will Wheaton.
Yeah, and then you changed our Skype chat image to that, and I checked when I was at home, and it scared the crap out of me. Thanks.
Will Wheaton plays a creature made of the remains of 88 corpses.
Yes.
That's,
That sounds awesome.
Yes, and his entire face is a patchwork of skins from different people, including like a Dalmatian eye.
And let me go back a step and explain why we found out about this movie. Just because with the Star Citizen related reason why we came with this movie.
Go ahead, you keep going.
A backer, a Kelder, was actually kind enough to send me some magazines, just like Star Trek TV guides from the past he had lying around. He said he knew it was a tough week on the forums, and he wanted to show his appreciation. I thought it was I was incredibly touched. But I was leafing through the TV guide last night as we were getting ready to leave, and I came across Mr. Stitch, which was apparently new at the time, and then we had to look it up.
And to answer your question, I watched the first 5 minutes of it.
Okay.
That was as much as I could take. Without the alteration of my brain chemistry.
So bring it over to this weekend. We'll watch it.
Okay.
All right. Let's get some Star Citizen questions.
Star Citizen. Any changes to the HOTAS lead and lag pips for 115?
Not that I've worked on. I don't know what all Calyx has.
Yeah, Calyx has a whole list of things he's working on right now between like balance stuff, control stuff, and some other exciting new features coming in.
If only Calyx were here right now.
Calyx in chat.
Chat.
Answer the questions in chat.
or come down here.
Or just come down here.
Hey, that's
Parkour up.
Adam Weezer. If you watched this week's ATV, you saw Adam Weezer.
Yeah.
He's right there. It's hard to point because it's mirrored on our screen.
By the way,
There you go.
welcome some new members to our extended family. If you guys follow Boring Office Movements, they're hiring more people upstairs, so they've forced 2 writers down here to join our...
Forced us.
Yes. So Adam and... how do you say Sherry's name?
Cherie.
Sherry or Sherry?
Cherie.
Well, she's actually her desk
Sherry.
right now. So.
Sherry?
She's Sherry.
Sherry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Sherry and Cherry.
So some writers have to listen to our Inane Daily Prattle now. So.
Yeah, like 5:30 last night. It was Nerf fight with Sandy's 2 little ones that were in here.
We live to tell the tale.
Any guesstimate on an ETA for the social module?
ETA for the social module. I can't give a date. I'm never going to be able to give a date.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's...
Okay. Never trust a date in Star Citizen chat. They're forsaken here. Hey, it's
Spoke Ben's head.
It's a
Look
Mark
who's
Skelton.
here.
It's a Mark
What's up,
Skelton.
citizens? How are you guys? Haven't seen you in a while.
What brings you to Santa Monica?
Oh, just goofing around in the verse, playing with ships.
Not Chris Olivia.
Playing with stuff.
That's Chris Smith.
No, I just,
Close enough.
Close enough. Yeah, just having fun here. Been here for a week now. It's been interesting. Good times had by all.
Is the PU done?
Yes, that's why I'm here. It's all done, and now I'm doing ships. So just to go with the PU.
I swear, every time I've seen Skelton, he's wearing that shirt. So you've never seen the gold shirt,
Yeah,
then?
the gold shirt.
was either that or his beer pong shirt.
No.
Did somebody win that shirt?
No, that gold shirt got up and walked away.
Yeah.
No, he's
It has a
Amazonian?
life of its own. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I kind of.
Yeah, this one guy had this one German kid, didn't he?
Yeah, he ended up. It was to the highest bidder, or not bidder. I'm sorry. It was for a one of our citizens had liver disease, and she had a website up for donation. So I said, whoever gives the most donation to her and her cause gets the shirt. So she ended up raising, I don't know, like $14,000 or something, and the highest bidder was this guy, this kid, like $1,500 he gave. So I didn't wash it. I just put it in a little plastic bag and I sent it to him, and I saw him on Twitch the next day, and he's like wearing it, you know, like his dad's shirt. It was like 10 times too big for him, and he's like, ah. And the first thing his friends asked, which it was all in German, because I pulled Chris over, like, what the hell is he saying? And he's like, they're asking if he washed the shirt, and he said yes immediately. So I'm assuming he opened the bag and probably passed out a few times, and then like finally got it to his laundromat and was able to wash it.
Hazmat.
So good for him, yeah. Good for him.
Yeah, just throw that, wash it away.
Yeah. I'm sure they threw the dryer away too.
Mark, they're asking for a hazy thought for old time's sake.
Jeez, I
Nice.
don't know. No, my favorite one is if one.
Come down.
What was it?
Come
If
down,
one
down.
synchronized, if
Come
one,
down.
if one synchronized swimmer dies, do they all have to die?
Of course.
That's my favorite one because it's dumb.
Folks
And
ask.
That's what I am.
They probably just want to keep making it.
Yeah, folks asking for dates. We're not going to give out dates.
Dates. Good
Yeah.
lord.
I'm
Would you
married.
really want to date any of us?
With dates.
No. Don't look. It's like the Ark of the
What
Covenant.
dates?
I'm working on constellation here. No 300 yet.
Yes, and Toast said it very well. He says, announcing dates is the first ingredient in a recipe for disaster.
That's right.
Are ships going to decay over time to the point where they're beyond maintenance and have to ultimately be replaced?
I know they are going to decay over time. I don't know about beyond.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't think there's ever going to be a point where we're like, oh, your $400 ship, it
You forgot
decayed.
apologize.
Sorry, your spaceship melted.
Yes. Well, yeah, because with the LTI or with the insurance, and then you get replacements if it's destroyed.
They're just going to become less and less
Let
effective
that old
if you don't
Hornet
repair
sit in
them.
the garage until it rusts away.
Yeah, I don't.
That
I
old
don't,
Hornet.
I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with the business model of Chinese first-person shooters. There's a game called Crossfire in China where you literally rent everything in the game. So if you rent yourself an AK-47, depending on how long you play with it, it will actually get less accurate and less powerful over time until you rent it again. I don't think we're gonna go with that business model.
No,
because it's kind of a D move.
Yeah, that's a business model that
Don't
punishes
play
the
with it.
players.
You'll go blind.
Yeah.
But I'm glad our marketing lady knows about it.
Will the lower turret on the Constellation be altered to allow a downward view?
Yes. Actually, like the seat's going to be sort of like a swinging. It's kind of going to like a little swinging thing, and so it'll give you a view like directly
They
below
can't
you.
see what you're doing, so it just looks.
I'm enjoying
Yeah, it just looks
watching.
like you're humping me.
That'll be a GIF.
Poor Adam. Poor Adam.
That'll be a GIF.
Yeah. Sorry.
No.
This is a very giftable.
It's an honor.
episode.
But yeah, it'll be kind of like a little roller coaster chair a little bit. Very mild.
Mild.
Roller coaster chair.
Help me, Obi-Wan. You're on the help.
It's actually the first time I've ever
guys
worn
could
it.
be like related.
Never worn
I
it.
know, right? We look
Yeah.
alike.
Yeah. So you guys
Yeah,
are
we're
clever.
nice.
Who? Oh yeah. We discovered that yesterday.
Hey, look.
I got to take out the hat.
You got kind of like the same craze.
Well,
especially
normally
in your
I'm
eyes.
wearing the hat too, so it's like.
True. 2 bears.
Come down.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Come down. Where are you?
Wait, where am I?
Yeah, to this side. This side.
Oh
There you go.
God.
Yeah, we're like identical. It's
Yeah,
weird.
very similar.
Brother from another mother.
You guys gonna copy
Well,
that?
for
Yeah.
Do you drink coffee?
for like the first year, I was doing things as Disco Lando.
Yeah.
They thought for certain that we were the same person.
Yeah.
I would get accused of being Mark Skelton
Yeah.
quite often.
I've never been accused of being discriminative.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
closes that.
But now I probably will be.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, now we've
Why?
proven that
Asking
we're
to
not.
drink
Yeah.
or not drink.
But they probably won't be able to.
It's 11:50. This is the time when the show goes
Come on,
completely off the rails.
Shameless
Do you want
plug,
one?
guys.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, sweet.
Look at
It's
that.
not a very good plug because I believe they're sold out.
Oh, are they sold out?
Yes.
Well, for those of you that purchased one,
If you bought one, this is what you bought. You
Yes.
see, it's got the little Star System logo there.
Sandy just showed me that is a button that opens
Yes.
and closes
Yeah, what did you think
the
about?
mouth.
Like,
I just
for
thought it was
giggles, like, come on,
decoration.
let's keep-
Well, maybe like it makes it coffee color.
What?
Keeps it
What?
That's the inside.
I might take one for myself, to be honest.
What sort of
Disco
liquids can you put in there?
skeleton.
Disco
Yes.
skeleton.
I'm glad you asked,
That's our
Ben.
love child. Disco skeleton.
Is it born with
Disco
or without
skeleton.
the beard?
It's all,
Oh,
it has to be
It
with
has
the
to
beard.
be with the beard.
Oh,
Absolutely.
okay. Hairy. Straight up.
Through and through.
All right, very nice.
All right,
Carla,
we've got
yes.
9 minutes. Lightning
9
round. What
minutes.
else do we got?
Questions.
What else do we got? Do, 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 do. Mark, what car do you transform into?
That's a good question. A Yugo? Yeah.
Remember
Something small and compact. No, probably not. Probably a tank. Big hairy tank is what I
Oh,
transform
no.
into.
Or a bed.
How is
A
the
bed.
Orion?
There's an expression that should
transform into
not
a
catch
beer
on.
bottle.
Can you
That's
put
what I
chat
transform
into slow
A
mode?
six-pack.
Keg.
Thought it was.
Oh, it is.
I'm a
Yeah, it
keg
is
in
in
disguise.
Where's the actual Twitch? Oh, you've
This is
covered
Twitch.
all the people
Whiskey.
on it and stuff.
No, this is it right here. That's Twitch chat.
I know, but can you go up so I can see the where's the screen for the
Yeah.
thank
Yeah,
you.
No, you can't see these questions.
Has it been decided what loader ships will be given in Arena Commander 2.0?
As with the original Arena Commander, it's going to be an ongoing thing. The one we're absolutely sure of will be that the Retaliator is available at launch. So if you have a multi-crew ship that's not the Retaliator, you will get to play with one of those for a while.
Will the Starfarer fit into one of the current hangars?
Don't know if you've been to one of the current hangars.
No, the surfer is huge.
No, we will have to. In fact, we were actually talking about this in our call this morning. We will have to change how a couple things work to put it in there.
Any news about VR support?
Crytek dropped their last version of VR support in the last version of CryEngine. I believe the folks upstairs are looking at that now, seeing what we can do with it. So no specific news, just that we're still dedicated to it.
Doom asks, are you allowed to tell which ships are going to be on sale at Gamescom and how much will they be? We are finalizing our list of ships that we're planning on selling at Gamescom, and we should be posting it maybe sometime in the beginning of August, Ben?
Yeah, we'll get it out there on the forums, or at least message to folks who are attending. It's not new. It's not new ships. You don't have to go to Gamescom to get some limited ship. It's just a fun thing we're doing for folks who are at the event.
Use update on the reclaimer. I don't know why they're asking me. That's a Ben question.
I told Sandy to make the reclaimer, and she didn't. So
We're all very disappointed. The Reclaimer's been on Sandy's radar for a while.
no, reclaimer is another one of those ones
Sandy's
that's.
not one of my skills.
The reclaimer is another one of those ones that's further down the line because it relates to something beyond just dogfighting. If we spend a bunch of resources in the reclaimer right now, got into the game, it would just get blown up a lot. So you'll see the reclaimer come online when we have the salvage stuff in Arena Commander.
Ew.
Ew. HR. Where's HR? That's
Sherman
disgusting.
stuff.
Yeah. What is the name of the smallest ship on the Carrack? Right now, we're just calling it the Scout.
It's just called, in fact, it's untitled Scout on the
Yeah.
block schedule. So.
Will any social features drop with FPS?
No, but there will be some social features with
Well-
the social module, which is not crazy far behind that.
If the ability to shoot your friend in the face is social, then yes.
Good point.
I communicate in bullets.
Any update on the rooms system?
I wouldn't even think about it in those terms anymore. It's no longer how we define the PU.
Folks are asking about Dragonfly, question mark. The Dragonfly is so far away from being a real tangible thing. It's been thought of, and it's in the very, 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 very beginning stages of creation. And we're looking at a long time before that even becomes a concept sale.
Yeah.
Like a long time.
It requires new gameplay design, so it's going to take a while. New maps, you will see a new map at least with 2.0, the large world map.
Yeah, they made some tremendous progress in Large World. You'll hear about that in the very near future, but it's going very well.
Why are Mark and Chris in LA? What are they working on?
Stuff.
Constellations.
Constellations
That
stuff.
was really bad.
In fact,
Very subtle.
In fact, Chris may have filmed
said it.
Chris may have filmed a segment for ATV yesterday about the new Constellation revamp.
Yes.
So maybe you want to watch ATV soon.
Christmas doesn't need a gold shirt.
I'm just here for the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark's just here for our entertainment.
There was a fan yesterday asking me specifically about all of the different variants of the Connie and where they were. Please make sure to stay tuned to the news that he gives, and then you'll have some answers. And then stop asking me. Thanks. It's not a mustache, they're tentacles.
Can we have our rented ships, like the ships they rent with racks, appear in the hangars?
Yes.
No, it's a technical
scar.
blocker right
What are you
now.
talking about?
But also it doesn't make sense because
It's
you
a
rent the ship
horrible
in Arena
scar.
Commander, so it really shouldn't appear in your hangar.
Yeah.
You know, if
Yeah, think of the hangar as like the real world in the game, and Arena Commander is the video game in the real world in the video game.
So, like, I saw this morning that you can buy the Predator for Mortal Kombat. If you go on PlayStation Network and do that, you don't get an actual Predator in real life also. That would be the analogy. But it would be cool.
How are we looking, kids?
Good, we're wrapping up. We've got 3 minutes. We're just looking for...
Some awesome final questions.
With the new CCU update, will you be able to upgrade to ships not available yet?
No.
No. The CCUs will still only be for ships that are available in Arena Commander.
It's only the ships that are on sale at that particular time. So it's not, oh, all the old ships are back and new ships are coming. It's going to be a system we use going forward, but it's not everything at once.
Wonko, I think I'm one of the few people like Disco Lando that does not have his SIG tag on our names in chat. So I'm Darth Alyssa. He's Disco Lando, and are you just?
I have
Bandit
the SIG. I have
Love?
this. I know.
I'm CIG.
We have
Bandit.
CIG.
I'm
Yeah,
CIG
I don't.
Bandit.
Mine doesn't have CIG.
You have to add it.
Yeah, you gotta add it.
You have to add it.
Well, I'm special, I guess.
Somebody actually has the name that I want.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steal it from them.
Right.
I think
No,
that's
but
Nah.
they've had it forever.
Yeah, they're an original backer. We looked it up.
Oh.
Yeah.
They earned it.
Yeah.
Her actual call sign is Wingman, so it's.
Somebody keeps asking me about TNGS2, which we went over. We're hoping for next year, potentially, if you kind folks would come back.
That would be fun. Actually, it'd be much better. We
Yeah,
have
we-
a pipeline.
We will have learned
Yeah,
some
we were
stuff.
kind of
Yeah.
all over the place, but
Is is proximity voice over IP coming with the social module?
I cannot comment on that
Yeah.
one. That's a PU question.
the what?
Proximity audio, like when your character talks, do you hear it based on proximity?
My guess would be not
I
with the
don't
first
know.
drop. But
Almost certainly not with the first drop, and almost certainly not when you're wearing a helmet, because you'd have the speakers there, so proximity wouldn't make any sense if you're wearing your
Freelancer
helmet.
News. We have put in a request this morning, so we'll see what we get back. Right, Ben?
yeah, Freelancer will be 2.0. There's, we will be basically redoing it if we put it out right now. But it's definitely fair game once 2.0 hits, and we're trying to get it
Yes.
out sooner
Yeah.
than later.
I do want to clear up any confusion. The name she was looking for is most certainly not Ken Shadow.
So I saw that.
Nope.
That might not be the name that he was meaning. though.
No, it was.
all to count.
All right. So we are wrapping up here. Thanks everybody for watching Reverse the Verse. We do this almost every Friday, barring special events. I'm Jared.
I'm Ben. I'd like to say, you guys all saw my big post in the forums the other day. Just wanted to tell you all it's absolutely genuine. That is how we feel about the project. Everything's great. No, It was a really negative week on the community, into midweek. But I just want to stress that we all really believe in this. It's a fantastic time. You're going to see some very cool stuff soon.
Good night, Waltons. Good night, John Boy.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company.
All right. Thank you.
We're not going to sing anymore.